Every year, I look forward to memories of Christmas past here at the Arms Museum. And Anthony Aurelia is always on point. Every year you surprise me and I'm astounded, and I just love all the visions you have. And this year, it is such a mishmash of different eras and styles, and I just love it this year. I really think you nailed it.
Thank you.
And
I can't take credit for it all. We
No.
do have 4 other exhibitors here.
Yeah.
And we have a mix of vintage and more contemporary, which actually fits the house perfect, the backdrop here.
Well, you may remember one of the L's that helps out here at the Arms is Nancy Smith. And she and her girlfriend Beth, you two have taken over the dining room for the last few years. And what would you describe this as, this style?
Beth and I called it Winter Wonderland. I do a room in my dining room very similar to this. It's very outdoors, very shimmery, glistening.
I think it's really great that you guys, donate your time and all of your accessories,
We enjoy it.
to the Historical Society, because, it really adds so much. And this is such a huge fundraiser for them. I mean, you and Beth have really done a nice job.
Thank you
What are
very
you
much.
going to do next year?
I don't think we've decided, but we keep coming up with all different kind of ideas. So we haven't figured out exactly which one. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Well, Beth is Nancy's partner in crime, and you two get together each year and you really razzle dazzle. And this one, you hit it out of the park.
Thank you.
I mean, the Winter Wonderland theme and this tree, I'm always amazed each year.
Well, I can get them up a lot quicker than Nancy because Nancy's never really finished with Christmas. She's always fidgeting and redoing things on a tree and looking at them. Once I get them up, I'm done with them. But Nancy, she loves to keep adding stuff and doing. And as you can see, this tree's spectacular.
It is. You said that you think this is one of the most beautiful trees you've ever seen.
It is the most beautiful tree I think I've ever seen. We saw the tree undecorated in Frankenmuth, and Nancy just had to have it, so that we crammed this huge box into my Subaru, along with a zillion other things she bought, and drove it home.
I mean, you girls really, each year, you really step up, and I just love the whole theme of this room. And you're already working on next year.
Yes, we're already working on next year. We have some themes. We work ahead because we will start gathering things and working ideas, and we'll kick stuff off over the next few years. Once we have this room done, we're already thinking ahead to the next season. And we have a couple of ideas around. I don't want to really let them out because we want to surprise people. But yeah, we're already working ahead on next year's project.
And I don't know how you do it, Doug, but each year you come up with a different way to present all your crystals. What would you call this year?
Crystal Sparkle.
I love it.
Well, each year, Anthony, I try to do something a little bit different, and then this year we started with, as you can see, the whole tree is wrapped in Christmas ornaments, and then we just layer it out from the smallest all the way out to the largest, and then the last thing that goes on is your crystal garland.
How many lights are on this tree?
I think there's 1,700.
Wow. You're already moving on, so what are you thinking about for 24?
Oh, well, they have to show up for that.
You're not going to unveil it yet.
Yeah, Anthony and I get together every January and start playing things off of each other on what we want to do, not just here, but through the whole museum.
Well, I've got to tell you, you have really, really made the library, it's modern, it's beautiful, but it still fits in with Olive.
Yes,
It really
yes,
does.
I enjoy doing it, and it's a labor of love.
Sonia is another enthusiast, and I can't believe all the twinklers that you have.
And these aren't all of them.
I mean, what do you do? I mean, you must run around the country. It's got to be what, eBay? What is your biggest
I do
market
buy
for that?
some from eBay, but we do find them off and on everywhere else. And, you do have friends that you meet along the way who find them for you. So
Because they know.
because we're all enthusiasts.
If you're not familiar, Plaky Toys out of Youngstown made these for just a few years.
Yes, they were created by a teacher from Boardman High School.
See,
Yeah.
now I learn every
Yeah.
year that I'm here. And I mean, it's really cool. You need to have incandescent lights? Because you really need the heat.
The older the lights, yes, the more they'll spin easily on the tree. The newer incandescents, they will actually spin to those, but they will not spin to LEDs.
Okay.
So,
they don't. For
Because
some
they don't
reason,
produce heat, yes.
I don't understand the science of it.
But honestly, if you have a ceiling fan in your house and you turn it on low, it'll get your tree to spin if you can't get them to move.
Really?
So you can get to enjoy them spinning
Okay,
that way.
hot tip.
Yeah, turn the ceiling fan on.
The attention to detail and the era and the period, you know, when you go into the sitting room, you're gonna cry. I mean, if you are of that age, you know, you're at your home or your grandma's home. I mean, you know, when you see the tinsel and you see the old-fashioned bulbs.
Yeah, the sitting room's a tribute to my mom, the way we grew up in Smoky Hollow, which is literally a block from here. Tinsel on the tree, the old shining bright bulbs, my aunt's Afghans, old photos, old family photos of my sisters and I sitting on Santa's lap at Strauss. Again, the opportunity to display something like this here that Bill allows me to do and share it with the community. Throughout the year, I see people and they're like, "What are you doing at the Arms Museum?"
Right.
So that means a lot, and there's not much you do in your lifetime that you connect with people with an exhibit like this, and it truly is a connection with your parents, your family, loved ones, you know, whether they're here or gone.
There's something will stir up an emotion. Everywhere you look, it just creates another memory. And the one that's killing me, though, is the suit of armor, the knight in shining armor. And look what you did to him.
Yeah. It's a fun little twist. He just didn't quite fit in with all the other nutcrackers in the room. So we dressed him up for the holiday.
I love them. And there's just so many ideas. I mean, you really do get a lot of ideas to go home and decorate.
Right.
And then you could always take, you know, a souvenir home. They've got the newer ornaments. They've got the shop with all kind of other decor. And then Anthony finds that vintage stuff.
Yeah.
And
two great gift shops here this year. Again, always the vintage. You buy a memory back. Prices are very fair and reasonable. We want people to take that home with them. It just came together. It was truly a team effort this year with all of our volunteers, our Christmas enthusiasts that graciously donated their collection here, and also the staff. So it's, like I said, we are so lucky to have this in the area, and I just encourage everyone to come out and get in the Christmas spirit here.